Hi everybody, Pastor Andrew DeGelder here again with the Wednesday Word. I'm here on my roof to check out my eavestroughs, and there is a lot of gunk up here. I have to come up to my roof twice a year. Every spring and fall I come and clean out all the yucky stuff that has made its way into my eavestroughs. You know, we've been seeing a lot of yucky stuff on the news lately coming out of Minneapolis. We've heard about really terrible murder. We have seen incidents of racism and injustice and looting and violence, and it's pretty disheartening. In the media, people have been talking about what are some of the underlying reasons for these kinds of things in the United States, and of course there are reasons for this. But I find it interesting as a pastor, one of the things that is not being talked about very much is sin, and how racist attitudes and actions and how violence, these things are sins that we have to learn to get rid of. I'm going to turn to a passage from 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14 in the Old Testament. God is speaking, and here's what he says: "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land." You know, the context of this passage is very different from our context today. It was written in a different time, in a different place, different culture. And yet there's this general spiritual principle that's being articulated in this passage about any nation, whether we're talking about the United States or Canada or somewhere else, that when people learn to identify the sin in their lives and they repent from it and they turn to God, that blesses a nation and good things happen. You know, it's so easy for us up here in Canada to look at what's happening south of the border and see the mistakes and the sins that they're making. But I think if we look around in our own homes and our own lives, we'll find that there's plenty of yucky stuff that we have to deal with as well. So I think we should all take this opportunity to think about our own lives and our own attitudes. What are the kinds of things we think and say about people that are different from us? And where do we need to repent from the sin that's in our lives? I'm Pastor Andrew DeGelder, and that's the Wednesday Word for this week. See you next time.